So it took me over 10 years to realize what I'm about to tell you in 15 minutes about building income without a job. As of February 2026, it's been 10 years for me since I walked away from my 9 to 5, or should I say more like pop locked out of my 9 to 5. I was so excited. I felt like I floated out of that office on my last day. But it took me 10 years to realize what I'm about to tell you now. So today we're going to talk about my pivot moment, the moment that I knew that entrepreneurship was for me. Now, even if you just say, for example, you started a business as a kid, you started a lemonade stand, you cut grass back then. That was when your entrepreneurship may have started, but that pivot moment came so much later. That knowledge that, or that knowing that okay, I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to be a 9 to 5 employee. So I'm going to talk about what freedom looks like for me and what it can look like for you as well. What I know now that I wish I would have known back then. And then a free quiz at the end. So for those of you that get to the end and you don't have a product to sell, you don't know what you can sell, but you have experience. So you can take that experience, pop that into the free quiz, and it'll tell you what kind of product you'll be able to create quickly within 7 minutes. Um, well, within 3 minutes. So the entrepreneurial spirit was always in me. Back in 1990, that's when I started my candy store on the back porch. Comment below, let us know what your first business was. If you started something as a kid, and you never considered it entrepreneurship, um, think about it. You may have started as young as me at 14 or probably even younger. But I started that candy store on my back porch at 14. I started selling candy. I started selling ice cream. After I started making the profits from the candy, I bought ice cream, started selling that. Then I started buying chips. And then from there, we started doing movie parties in my apartment over the weekend. We lived in a huge apartment right outside of Chicago in Maywood, Illinois. So in the apartment, we had a huge dining room, it had a dining room table, but it was so much more space in there. So we had a huge TV, and we were the first family in the community to have a VCR. That's it. I'm laughing at myself because that really tells how oh I can remember dusting off the VCR. But we were the first family in the community to have a VCR. So we started having movie parties for the kids that didn't have one, for the kids that couldn't go to the movies. And then we would charge, I can't remember exactly, like $1 or $2 for them to get in. And then when they got in, they were able to buy all the stuff that we sold at our store, the candy, the ice cream, the chips, and we even sold hot dogs as well. So they were able to get that. And I started earning money. Me and my two of my siblings were there at the time. Started earning money um, from our back porch. It stemmed from our back porch and kind of scaled from there. And then in 2001, I started selling real estate, even while working a 9 to 5. All of this time, I'm working a 9 to 5 from the time I'm out of college, basically. From 2000 and 2001 is when I started real estate. 2014, I launched my digital product business. Now, this is 2 years before I actually floated out of my 9 to 5. I launched the digital product business. And I started earning money consistently by going live. Who remembers Periscope? Drop Periscope in the comments if you remember Periscope. I started going live on Periscope every day. My digital products were about $10 um, per product because they were mini courses. They were super short, and I charged $10. So I would sell about 10 of those every day by going live on Periscope every single day. I left my 9 to 5 for good in August of 2016. I had consistent income coming from the digital products. I had 4 real estate deals in the pipeline, but I thought I had it all figured out. I was about to find out which one then, literally. I'm going to tell you the second, which one actually gave me the real freedom. Now, the moment where everything fell apart. 2 of those real estate deals collapsed within weeks of me leaving my job. And I know a lot of you are in a space where if you want to leave your 9 to 5, you're worried about the income or consistent income that must be coming in to make sure everything is covered. But here's what that moment taught me when those 2 real estate deals fell apart, because the four out of from the 4 real estate deals that I had, 2 of those were going to be my 6 month plan. Like, you know how they always tell you, make sure you have 6 months of savings. 2 of those were going to be my 6 months of savings. I didn't have it anymore. I had just left my job. My safety net had a huge hole in it at the moment. So I had to make a decision right there, what I was going to do next. And that kept and the decision that I literally was thinking, okay, Knifey, should I go back, call my job back and get my job back? Um, no, I didn't want to do that. But guess what? The digital product business did not fall apart. The real estate business, I'm not gonna, it didn't fall apart because I continued it for about 20 years. I'm just ending it now at 50. But the digital product business did not fall apart. That income consistently kept coming in. I kept selling digital products and added more options onto it. So that business is booming. The real estate required deals to close. So, and this is what I want you to think about when you're in a space that you are leaving your 9 to 5. Think about the lifestyle that you want. Do you want to do something like real estate where you're in the car all day, you're showing homes, you are like me when I used to show homes. I remember the days where I was in the car the entire day, especially living in Chicago. Chicago's huge. So I'm going from showings from one client on the north side of Chicago to another client on the south side of Chicago, and then other clients on the in the west suburbs of Chicago. I was in my car the entire day for at least 8 hours, literally showing homes, but going through drive-throughs to get food or having snacks in my bag, just in my car the entire day. Think about when you are leaving your 9 to 5, how you want your days to look. I no longer wanted my days to look like that. But the digital products required nothing to keep going. Nobody canceled, nothing fell apart. The income coming in kept coming in because the system was already built. Coaching required my presence. I added coaching packages on afterwards. Every income stream that I built before the digital products had one thing in common: it needed me to show up. The real estate needed me to show up. My job needed me to show up. My coaching packages needed me to show up. My done for you packages needed me to show up. But the digital products were the first thing I built that kept working whether I showed up or not. So, what time freedom actually looks like for me and what it can look like for you too. I want you to kind of take a minute after you watch this video, or either pause it right now and just write a quick paragraph of how you want your ideal life to look when you pop lock out of that 9 to 5, like I did, when you float out of that 9 to 5, like I did. Not a vision board, not cute little pictures on with cute cars and if you're not married, the cute guy that you want to be married to. I want you to write down what your day will look like. How does it feel to get up in the morning and go to the kitchen and make your coffee and your breakfast and be able to sit down and work at home on your own business, on your own time? How does it feel to say, at 2 o'clock, I don't want to do any more today. I'm going to take the rest of the day off and go to Home Goods or go to the movies or do what you want in the afternoon. Write down how that freedom looks for you. So I did not take time off of my business last year, was pure freedom for me. I lived abroad in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, and in Tulum, Mexico, for 6 months. I absolutely enjoyed it. After that 6 months ended, I actually, in between, I came home to Tampa for 2 weeks, and then I went to Chicago to visit my family, for 6 weeks without asking for anybody's permission. I didn't need to ask a boss or anyone. I didn't need to worry about deals or clients, because everything came with me. About 80% of my income during that time, I was in Mexico and in Chicago, was digital products. So those digital products paid for me to travel abroad and live the life that I want. So I do not want, I do not want to just retire someday. I want to enjoy every single day right now. So digital products are how I've done that. Time freedom is about not, it's not about doing nothing. Because I know there are days, like actually Sunday, where I've been taking the weekends off, to relax and to catch up on Netflix and things like that. But and now it's getting back to be beach time here in Tampa, so I'm going to be at the beach every weekend. But Sunday, I had an idea for a video, and I said, let me get up and record this video. So recording the video turned into me editing the video and then me creating the description for the video and uploading it. And hours later, I looked and said, oh, you really didn't take Sunday off. So a lot of us are people that we want to take time off, but we love what we do. When you love what you do, the time off, it kind of gets a little sporadic. But you can choose. The thing is, you can choose the time that you want to take off or the time that you want to work. So the women watching this is this who have been dreaming about travel. If you've been dreaming about being more present for your family, if you've been dreaming about waking up without an alarm, a couple of Saturdays ago, my daughter called me, and I was asleep. I was knocked out. Saturday morning, which I usually get up every day, 6, 7 a.m., no matter what day it is. She FaceTime me and she said, Mom, you're still asleep? I said, yeah, what time is it? She said, Ma, it's 10:44 a.m. Are you okay? And I was like, wait a minute, I slept this long? I normally don't sleep that long. So I've never really, since I've moved to Florida in 20, when did I move to Florida? 2019? Yeah, 2019. I've never really used an alarm clock because since I've been here, I really I've been focused on my digital product business and my coaching business. So I really haven't set an alarm clock. So the women who are watching this, who are dreaming about travel, you want to be more present, this is the model that makes sense for you. What I know now that I wish I would have known sooner. Stop waiting to feel ready. I've spoken with so many ladies, that are overthinkers. They feel like I have to have this, and that in order for me to do the next thing. But you don't have to wait until you're ready. You were ready at 14 when you opened that candy store, when you set up that lemonade stand, or when you started cutting grass. You have always known how to build something. You just need to package what's already inside of you. So for those of you that have never created a digital product before, I want you to take the quiz at the end of this. I'm going to drop it in the description below. And I'll probably pin it as well, so you'll see it there. So your experience is not ordinary. It feels ordinary to you because you've been living in it your entire life. To someone else, it's a solution that they've been searching for. So you need to package that solution. There's people that are looking for simple things on YouTube. There's a video that I saw on YouTube, how to open a salt jar. Millions of views, millions of views. Like, really, this person is making so much money from a video that shows how to open a salt jar. So I'm telling you, your experience is not or is is ordinary to you, but it's not ordinary to someone else. So you have some type of experience. Stop building income that requires your presence every time. We've already spoken about this. Coaching services, consulting, they're not bad, but they have a ceiling, and a ceiling is your time. I've cut back on my coaching, on my done for you products over the past year since I began traveling abroad or living abroad. Um, and I found that I'm much more relaxed. I'm enjoying my time a lot more, even though I still have coaching clients, I still have done for you clients that I love working with. But I can manage my time better. I can focus more on digital products. I can focus more on doing things I love, like creating more YouTube videos. I can do what I love. So, with digital products, you build once, sell repeatedly. You live your life in between. So, that's a model. It's not complicated. It just takes a decision to start. It takes you to know exactly, okay, what am I going to sell? How am I going to package it? Am I going to do videos? Am I going to do an ebook? Am I going to do a master class? Whatever it is, you sell it, you create it, you sell it repeatedly. Even a master class. I've done master classes several times and then packaged it up as a course and sold it consistently. One of my master classes was called Your Branded Products, which taught people how to build or how to create print on demand products for additional stream of income. I launched that, I believe, back in 2023. And that class initially, 40 people signed, about 40 people signed up for the class. And now over 100 people have purchased it as a course. So I made over 10K from a 1 hour masterclass that I've been reselling and reselling. I need to redo it now, but it's made over 10K. The thing that will save you when everything falls apart is the digital products. And that's what happened for me in 2016. So here's where you can start. If you don't know what you need to create or what you should create, start with what you know. Take the From Experience to Income quiz. I'm going to drop that below. It's 7 questions. It only takes 3 minutes to answer, and it's going to give you an answer at the end. No judgment, just clarity. It's totally free. So I'll go ahead and drop it below, and let me know what questions you have below so I can go ahead and kind of we can talk back and forward, or if it's something that's big, I can create a upcoming YouTube video about it. So I will talk to you soon. Enjoy your day.